forgot to shut that off again. All right, let's get it up here. Football Reporters, week 13/14.
Yeah.
Start here with the Dallas Cowboys have now won. What's it now?
11, I think.
It's 11 in a row.
Yeah, they're 11-1. I think they lost that first game.
Yep.
They won 11 straight.
And they actually, all right, they probably should have lost this game.
They should have.
Yeah, the Vikings, I thought, outplayed them on defense.
Oh,
they got turnovers, which here's the thing: if Minnesota had like a good offense or like a middle of the pack offense, they probably would have won.
Yep.
They would have won.
I mean, Prescott only threw the ball 18 times.
No.
139 yards, only one single touchdown from him. It was definitely a down week for him.
Yep.
In what has been a fantastic rookie season.
Yep. Elliott, even though he had a touchdown, 20 attempts for 86 yards.
Was not. I saw him at least 10 or 15 times in this game where he would just get stuffed at the line or he'd get 1 or 2 yards.
The Vikings definitely do have a really good defense. It's no shock on that one. They
allowed 17 points, and Dak Prescott who's having an electric rookie season.
Yep.
And same thing with Zeke Elliott, electric rookie season. Only held him with 17 points.
Yep, and they still lost because their offense can't get the ball in the end zone.
He threw the ball 45 times though.
Yep. Against that defense, that's the thing with the
D for Dallas is
not good.
Very average.
It's very below. I think it's
when you're missing. I mean, Morris Claiborne has been a bust.
Yeah.
In the National Football League, but when you're missing your best safety and one of the better safeties in the NFL, and in Church,
Orlando Scandrick can't stay off the lead.
Exactly, Scandrick has not been very productive. He's still a number one corner, but he's not been productive. And when you're missing your number 2 in Morris Claiborne, you're missing one of the better safeties in the NFL. And Barry Church, it's your defense is gonna take a hit.
Your best defensive player is Sean Lee. But,
Sean Lee, yeah.
But here's the thing with Sean Lee, and I think he's a good player, but he should not be your best defensive player.
He should because he could be your best defensive player if he wasn't hurt all the time.
Yep. So breaking news coming out for them is I shouldn't say breaking news. We already knew about this, but the Dallas Cowboys have actually clinched the playoff spot. First team to do that.
And also news on the Cowboys front with Rolando McClain.
Yep.
Indefinitely suspended. He was suspended 10 games already, and I think it was like 3 weeks before his 10-game was up, got popped again. So he's officially done as a Dallas Cowboy, and potentially his career is over once again.
The Vikings have been after that great start have now gone 1-6.
1-6, and they have no run game to speak of.
They have no run game, and they have no offense.
They let go of Ronnie Hillman, which I kind of think is very odd because he could have been the bell cow back until Peterson got back. Because you can't trust Asiata to run the ball.
No,
you
can't no offensive line either.
What's he averaging this year? 3.3 yards per carry.
Yep.
He cannot be the Adrian Peterson.
You also don't know the line too.
Exactly,
the line's terrible.
Yeah,
because the line's falling apart because they've lost 3 tackles.
This team has gone through. That's catastrophic change.
Yeah,
in a 6-week period.
That's the biggest. That's the reason why Minnesota is not being playing that well.
6-week period or 5-week period? Because it's
7-week period.
Yeah, catastrophic. Your offense basically gives up in a way.
Yeah,
because Norv Turner, who is an excellent offensive mind, just could not replicate what he did in his first year with Minnesota. Because he did. First of all, Sam Bradford's a very average quarterback.
Yeah,
but when you have Teddy Bridgewater, it's a different dynamic to the quarterback position. Mm-hmm. And when you have Adrian Peterson 100% also too.
Also with a good healthy offensive line.
Healthy offensive line.
Yep.
What was their record last year? 12-2, or was it 10 whatever?
It was 11-5 last
11-5. So
it won the division.
Fantastic record.
Yep.
And look what happens a year later. They're 6-6 with in danger of not making the playoffs because of their offense. Because their offense and defense can't stay healthy.
Yep. All right. Speaking of the NFC North, looks like we have the Lions now in charge, and they've opened up a 2-game lead over the two competitors. 28-13 over the Saints. Drew Brees.
This is a really good game for Matthew Stafford.
Yep.
341 yards and 2 touchdowns.
One to Golden Tate. Thank you.
Tate,
about
145 yards receiving.
I finally won. I won my second game. Golden Tate.
I lost, and I'm officially knocked out of the playoffs.
I've been knocked out since like week 4.
I was in it, and
yeah, it just fell apart at the end.
Ivory and Hearns were out,
yep.
So I had to start Robinson. And Denard Robinson I picked up off the scrap heap. Yeah. He was doing good. He had about 6.5 points, and then he got hurt too. So
Drew Brees, 3 interceptions.
3 interceptions. He didn't throw a touchdown.
No.
As for his first time at home as a New Orleans Saint.
Yep.
Which is weird because he usually does 4 touchdowns a game.
Yep. So yeah, I think the Saints have now played themselves out of the playoffs.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah.
They were in it for a little bit there.
Yep.
Because that division was easily winnable.
Yep.
We'll get to that in a second.
Yep.
But virtually no run game.
Mm-hmm.
For a while there, Hightower and Ingram were like dynamic together.
Yep.
They've been anemic the past couple of weeks. And everything can be said about the fucking Saints defense.
Terrible.
It's terrible.
32nd. Well, not 32nd, but still a bad defense.
They're awful.
All right. Miami and Baltimore. Is that next?
Yep.
My thing's a little fucked up because Patriots are at the top here. But the Ravens end the streak of Ryan Tannehill against the shitty teams.
Yep.
38-6. Joe Flacco, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick, 2 of them to Dennis Pitta.
Yep.
First touchdowns for Dennis Pitta.
Dennis Pitta really he's been okay. He hasn't been getting as many touchdowns, but he's been getting yards.
Yep.
But, as far as him staying healthy, congrats to him.
Yep.
Finally, the first time in a couple of years, Dennis Pitta has been pretty good, so.
I'll say this about the Ravens offense. It's definitely tailored to Joe Flacco.
Oh, yeah.
Because what Joe Flacco's strength is?
The arm.
Chucking it.
Oh, arm. His arm is his best quality.
Yep. Chucking it deep. And they have Mike Wallace, speedster.
Oh, yeah.
Steve
Wallace. Smith, again, he's still fast at his age.
Pyramid.
No run game again. 10 for 50. 10 attempts for 50 yards for Terrence West. That torrid start that Terrence West went on, it's officially destroyed.
Yeah.
He's averaging 3.9 yards per carry right now.
Number 1 defense right now in Baltimore, currently in control of the AFC North. Fortunately, they have a really tough schedule coming up, though.
Yep.
Because they have to go to Pittsburgh, and they have to face
two New England.
And New England this week.
Sunday night, right? It was Monday.
Monday night. And they also have to go.
They're at home versus Philly, and then they finish off back-to-back games on the road in the AFC North, Pittsburgh and Cincinnati.
It's gonna be tough games, even though
Cincinnati's not out of it. We'll get to that, but
yeah. But yeah, good one for the Baltimore Ravens. They still keep pace with the Steelers, and bad loss of the Dolphins.
Bad loss of the Dolphins, who have been like world beaters in the past number of weeks.
6 weeks against shitty teams, as I call
them. They were shitty teams. They needed to beat those teams. They did, and then when they faced a good team, and they got beaten badly.
Got punched in the mouth. So Jacksonville is now officially. Oh wait, no, that's the game next.
Yeah, the Rams and the Patriots.
There's really nothing much to say.
Nothing much to say here, besides the fact that LeGarrette Blount is creeping closer and closer to 1,000 yards.
Yep.
Tom
Brady. I don't think he had his sharpest game.
Definitely not.
No.
Had he been, I wish he was a little more sharp. He definitely since the Rams are a bad football team,
on offense,
he did definitely take it easy on them.
Here's the thing: on defense, the Rams are actually not bad because their defensive line is just a monstrous. And
except for they didn't have Robert Quinn.
I know they didn't have Robert
Quinn. No Robert Quinn, no Roger Saffold for this game, and no Kenny Britt. So arguably,
no, they had Kenny Britt.
No, they didn't have Kenny. Not Kenny. Tavon Austin.
Yeah, Tavon Austin.
Arguably, 3 of their important pieces were out.
But they did have Aaron Donald.
They did have Donald. He wasn't much of a threat, though.
No, but he's still.
He's
still a freaking.
I would say the reason why the Rams lost this game, dropped passes.
Yep. Oh God, how many dropped?
Kenny Britt at least dropped 3.
Yep.
Lance Kendricks pushed one up in the air, and Malcolm Butler popped it up in the air. Malcolm Butler intercepted it, gave it right to him practically.
And the other one was just a bad Jared Goff interception. But
yep.
He's a young quarterback. With that win, Tom Brady now becomes the winningest quarterback in NFL history in terms of win percentage and in terms of wins at 201. So good for Tom.
Good for Tom, absolutely. And then news coming out of this game is Danny Amendola.
Oh yeah, Danny Amendola.
High ankle sprain, out for 4 to 6, right? 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah, until the playoffs.
Until the playoffs start, but Malcolm Mitchell really kind of picked up the slack.
Yep.
He had 10 targets, caught 8 of them for 82 yards. Edelman too.
And he actually should have had all 10. He dropped a couple.
Yeah.
But still, Tom Brady comes
with more experience for him, and with more targets, he'll get much better.
Denver and Jacksonville. Jacksonville Jaguars have been officially eliminated from the playoffs. Again, what a shock. Gus Bradley should be fired.
He should be.
That's a must.
Just no.
Blake Bortles had 2 interceptions, and one of them was probably the worst interception all year I think they've ever seen. Right to
both the quarterbacks are fucking horrible.
Yeah, they were.
Paxton Lynch was 12 of 24 for 104 yards, no touchdowns, no picks.
Right at 50.
19 of 42 for 181 yards.
Right at 50%, and they just, you know what Denver did? They did what they did last season. Play defense. Hopefully, God, the other team screws up, which Jacksonville Jaguars, it's very likely they will.
Yep, absolutely.
And they won the game. So Denver wins, and they keep what?
Allen Robinson, his best friend in the whole universe, keeps on throwing to him. 10 targets, 3 receptions, 31 yards.
Yep.
Targeted 10 times and caught the ball a grand total of 3 times.
He's forcing the ball to him, which is what's costing them games. And
the fact that they didn't have 3 of their offensive weapons in there with Ivory and Hearns and Julius Thomas.
Yeah, it's not been a good year for Jacksonville.
If they fire the coach, they'll get better.
Then again, when is it a good year? They're down there in Jacksonville.
They had high hopes. I had high hopes from this year.
Same with me. I thought they could actually, maybe get to the playoffs.
I thought they could win the division, but by how bad they were as the year went along.
Terrible.
But
terrible.
they had easily had a chance to win this division this year.
Yeah.
Looking at it from hindsight, they're probably the most talented team in the division.
Mm-hmm.
There's ineptitude on the coaching staff. So much talent. They have arguably the best wide receiver duo in the NFL right now. The best young wide receiver duo. Sanders and Thomas out of Denver they're older, but they're still really freaking good.
You have Brown, whoever the hell they have with him. Doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Don't matter.
It's Antonio Brown. But in terms of
or maybe Shepard and Beckham too. I like Shepard.
Or even if you want to, Victor Cruz too. At a point in time, him and Cruz were a tandem, but in terms of young and talented, those two are by far and away the most talented duo in the NFL in terms of wide receiver duos.
I wouldn't. There's one better, but we'll get to them.
In terms of just
young team.
This team is stacked with talent.
Yep.
It's just the ineptitude
on the
coaching. And the wrong. It's the you need to have a good coach.
You want to know how many wins Gus Bradley has in 5 years?
What, 6?
He has he doubled that actually. He has 12 total.
12 wins because he's 2 this year and 4 last year.
Yep.
I thought last year's team was better than this year's team. Yep. At least they looked like a competent team last year, even though they won 4-12.
San Francisco and the Bears, and I'll put it like this. I'm going to talk to this right at the camera here. From a fantasy perspective here, and how I felt so bad for the other team, for the other guy I was going up against.
Yeah.
Because I had Jordan Howard and David Johnson. Who were the 2 highest scoring running backs this week? David Johnson and Jordan Howard.
Yep.
Jordan Howard at 29 points, 23 touchdowns.
Was a shit show.
Yep.
Colin Kaepernick started this game, folks. And if you look at the stat line, no, that is not a fucking mistake. He went 1 for 5 as the starter of this football game.
Yep.
For 4 fucking yards.
And
no touchdowns, no interceptions.
Blaine Garrett came in. It was 4 for 10 with 35 yards. So they had a grand total of 39 yards of passing offense.
Jeremy Curley, 1 reception for 18 yards.
Led the team in both reception. Oh, sorry.
Vance McDonald led the team in targets with
2.
4.
And he caught 2 of them.
Caught 2 of them for 9 yards.
Yep.
That's the most targeted player. Everyone else has 1 and 2 targets and 1 and 2 catches. Or Sean Drawn and Rod Streeter and Torrey Smith got a combined 5 targets and 0 catches.
Jordan Howard had 3 touchdowns, and Oh, if I'm Chicago, I'm happy that I got him. And I have Alshon Jeffrey. And I just need a quarterback. Deshaun Watson is the guy that I'm looking for.
Talk about a guy who wasn't even, who was a complete afterthought.
Yeah.
They had, Langford was supposed to be the bell cow back. He looked great when Forte was out.
Last year.
He looked great.
Yeah, but then he got hurt.
This year, he got hurt. He wasn't even really effective in the first 2 games, and they go to the young kid. They go to Jordan Howard out of Indiana. And he's been a stud.
Yep.
117 yards and 3 touchdowns of 32 attempts.
Okay. Let's pump the brakes on that one because this is the Niners.
It is the Niners, but as a total, and in total, he has 181 attempts for 883 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Yep.
So he's had a terrific rookie season.
Yep.
But Matt Barkley, 11 of 18 isn't bad.
It's the best you can get with this guy.
192 yards and no touchdowns and no picks.
It's the best you can get with that guy he's a third-string quarterback.
Yeah.
Speaking of guys that should be third-string quarterbacks, how about Brock Osweiler?
Oh, yeah.
202 yards, 2 touchdowns. He probably had the best game of the season so far against the Packers defense.
He's a fucking useless pick like he always does.
Oh, someone just picked up Stephen Gostkowski. I dropped him, but he starts kicking correctly as soon as I drop him, too. Anyway, back to this. Brock Osweiler, 2 touchdowns against the Packers. Good for him. Including a Dustin... Did you hear about this? Dustin Hopkins.
It's DeAndre Hopkins.
DeAndre Hopkins, sorry.
And I saw that, I was like, Dustin Hopkins? But no, he's on the Redskins. Hopkins got a touchdown, but his season is destroyed. He only has 688 yards. That's really bad.
I think that's
not
him.
It's pathetic, but it's not like...
That's not for
him. It's not him. It's not him. It's a stupid quarterback that ruined him.
118 yards and a touchdown for Jordy Nelson. Another good game for Jordy Nelson. And the Packers have won 2 in a row. Can they make the playoffs, I guess, now? If they can get a really hot streak and they make the playoffs.
They could, but it's tough. It's really, really tough.
I don't know what the rest of the schedule looks like, but...
I'll look it up right now.
All right. But I don't think they're going to catch Detroit. I think
Seattle at home.
Ugh.
Chicago on the road. Minnesota at home, Detroit on the road to finish up the season.
I think that game in Detroit's definitely going to...
Detroit is going to be... That's going to be the key to them making the playoffs.
That's going to be deciding who's winning the division or not. All right, what's next?
The Philadelphia Eagles against the Cincinnati Crapgles.
32-14, Bengals win. This was probably the best game they've played all year.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
And no offense, and now Philly's come back to earth.
Oh, Philly came back down to earth a long time ago.
Yep.
Carson Wentz, this is a little magical stat here.
Yeah.
36 of 60. 308 yards, a touchdown, and 3 picks. He threw the ball 60 times.
Yep.
60!
But that was the one target.
Wendell Smallwood was the leading rusher with 8 yards. 8. Darren Sproles had 7. He had 7 for 14 and a touchdown. And Wendell Smallwood had 8 for 19 and no touchdowns. The other 2 were Nelson Aguilar had a 4-yard run. And Carson Wentz had 16 yards, probably on one. Most of them came on that quarterback scramble.
Yep. I guess a good one for the Bengals, I guess.
Andy Dalton, yeah. How Jeremy Hill had a really, really bad game.
Yeah.
23 of 33 in a touchdown, but, they went with Rex Burkhead for the most part in that game because obviously Jeremy Hill couldn't get anything going.
Yep. And they're doing this without A.J. Green, which is good for them. Good one for the Bengals. They are still technically in this division because the division is not really that good.
That's not good.
Oh, sorry. I should rephrase that. It's wide open.
It is very wide open.
But I don't think they can do it.
They're 4-7. Steelers and Ravens are both tied at 7-5. With the Ravens on top.
Yeah.
Because I think they have the tiebreaker.
They do. All right. Kansas City keeps finding ways to win.
To win, yep.
And whoever says that Andy Reid is so conservative, good God, that fake punt for a rush.
The Albert Wilson touchdown?
Yep.
Unbelievable. 55 yards off that.
Yep.
In a touchdown. Spencer Ware, decent game, 14 of 29 and a touchdown.
They take the lead. The Falcons take the lead, and oh my God. Matt Ryan threw it right to Eric Berry.
Eric Berry.
All the way back.
Yep. Was that the game-winning?
That was the game-winning
pick, and then he went and gave his mom the football in the crowd, which was pretty cool.
Okay, so that's some draft news. We can talk about that.
Devonta Freeman 2 touchdowns in this game.
Yep. The Atlanta has a chance to win, and is it now that Atlanta's finally starting to crack?
Oh yeah, the cracks have been showing for a little bit now, but I still think they'll make the playoffs. It's just that we'll get to it.
Yep.
We'll get to that after this one.
Raiders and the Bills. The Bills had a 24 to 10 lead or 9.
Something like that. Yeah, it was really odd.
And then
the Raiders just turned on the Jets.
They win 38-24. Derek Carr, 260 yards, 2 touchdowns.
This is a really bad game for him, but he's got that something. He's got that pinky or whatever injury.
Yep.
I think it's sprained or whatever. I forget what it is, but 19 of 35 is un-Derek Carr this year.
Nope. But those 2 touchdowns were nice.
2 touchdowns.
Well, the one with Cooper especially, where Cooper just made everybody miss.
4 targets for Cooper, but 10 for Crabtree.
Latavius Murray. This is what I was talking about, the best receiving core, we're saying them, Crabtree and Cooper.
Crabtree and Cooper are amazing, but Cooper's going to get more targets.
Latavius Murray, 82 yards, 2 touchdowns, and mainly on that 2, on that big rush.
Yeah.
I guess not really big news coming out of this game, but the Bills is just, the defense is not playing well.
Defense is not good.
LaShawn McCoy played 17 rushes, 130 yards, just absolutely murdered them.
7 receptions at 61 yards. Too.
Murdered them. He murdered the Raiders. And they still...
That's LaShawn McCoy right there.
Yeah, and the Raiders find a way to win. Speaking of teams that keep finding a way to win, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're in this race.
Yep, they're the division leaders right now.
No, they're not. They're tied.
I thought they were the division leaders.
They're currently tied with the Atlanta Falcons. I think Atlanta still has a game over them.
They do.
Yeah.
No, they're tied. They're tied, but I think Atlanta won a game again. They face each other?
Yeah, they have twice already. And Atlanta won. Sorry, Tampa won the first one, and Atlanta won the second one. Anyway, the interception by Phillip Rivers. Bad. Terrible. Won the Bucs the game, basically. Melvin Gordon had another touchdown. Sorry, Chris.
Now you show up.
Yeah, actually, I know that's always how it always works here.
Now you show up. Antonio Gates just a really, really, really bad season.
Yeah, I think now he's starting to show his age, and the Chargers are just, I think right now they're just nailing it in for next season. Hopefully they will.
Mike McCoy's on the hot seat too.
Yeah.
So he might not even be there.
They're just hoping that they can draft a good receiver or a good defensive player.
They need someone because I don't think they're gonna. Maybe a receiver they're gonna need the most because Vincent Jackson's on his way out. He's up there in age now.
Vincent Jackson?
He's up for the season with a torn ACL.
No. For the Bucs or
the Bucs, yeah.
Yeah, I already knew that. That was weeks ago.
Yeah,
but Mike Evans is working up.
Yeah, Mike Evans. I'm saying they need another receiver though because Jackson's getting up there in age and coming off a knee injury at 32, 33 years old.
Yep. Let's see here. The David Johnson.
The David Johnsons is what we got. Let's just call them now.
The Arizona Johnsons.
Arizona David Johnsons won 31-23 against the Washington Crabskins.
David Johnson, 91 yards receiving and a touchdown, 84 yards rushing and a touchdown. Just an absolute beast, and basically he's the entire Cardinals offense.
Yeah. In that game, he did go over 1,000 yards. He has 1,005 yards and 11 touchdowns.
All right.
Almost 4.5 yards per carry.
At Miami, New Orleans, Seattle, Los Angeles. That's the remaining schedule for the Arizona Cardinals, and 3 of them are on the road.
I don't think they made the playoffs.
They're not, which is wild.
This is probably
the biggest disappointment.
Biggest disappointment. This is probably one of Carson Palmer's best games too of the season.
Yep.
30-46, 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks.
Yep. The Redskins are now starting to come back to earth. Again,
it's a very open division.
No, not an open division. I say it's an open wild card. The last wild card spot.
Oh yeah, that's
definitely
wide
open.
division. Definitely wide open now.
The second, the first,
that spot locked
up. Yeah, I think the first spot's definitely. I think the lock. I think the Giants are going to get that first spot, even though they lost against Pittsburgh 24-14. And they did not play well. I don't think they played that well. I thought the Giants' defense played really well.
Yeah,
they just happened to get unlucky because Eli put them in bad spots because of bad interceptions and
2 picks from him.
Yep,
and 2,
just a bad game.
100 yards for Beckham, 16 targets, 10 receptions. And the Steelers, Roethlisberger threw a pick, but he still threw 2 touchdowns.
Yep, and both of them was both of them to Antonio Brown or just one of them?
One of them, the other one to Ladarius Green, who had the best game. He's coming off the pup list, but he has best game of the season.
Yep,
11 targets, 6 receptions for 110 yards and a touchdown. Definitely a receiving threat that they desperately needed. That's what they paid for in the offseason. And then for the use of the Chargers before.
Yeah,
and just a really good solid tight end they needed.
A good quality win for Pittsburgh, and now they keep pace with the Ravens, and they definitely have an easier schedule.
Oh yeah.
All right, time for the Sunday night matchup. Oh my God, we're talking about biggest.
I didn't even realize the fact that both those games were like a.
Well, it's both of them. Both Sunday.
81-17.
Total scores. That was the total scores, ladies and gentlemen.
The 2 Monday night games. The 2 primetime games.
Yep. Sunday night, the Seattle Seahawks and the Carolina Panthers, where Seattle just spanked them. He pulled down their pants and he spanked them.
Cam Newton, before the game, was sat because of a dress code violation. They started Derek Carr. He probably comes in on the first pass of the game.
Derek Anderson.
Derek Anderson comes in on the first play of the game.
Is a bad
first throw. He threw a pick of the fucking game.
He was one of the worst interceptions I think I've ever seen in my life. And here's the thing:
he completed 1 passes to the Seahawks.
Yep. Seattle just basically
smoked him. But there is news coming out of this game. Very bad news is that Earl Thomas has broken his leg.
Yep, and he's out.
He's out for the rest of the season, and he's contemplating retirement. So that is
unfortunate.
That is a mega loss for this defense because he is hands down the best safety in the NFL next to Cam Chancellor.
Yep, who's on this team?
Best safety in the NFL on the same team.
Yep. But good win for Seattle, bouncing back after that embarrassing loss, and they just came out and steamrolled them.
Oh yeah,
steamrolled them. Speaking of steamrolling, that's what Andrew Luck and the Colts did over the Jets, the pitiful Jets.
41-10.
Jets are officially eliminated from the playoffs.
Andrew Luck was arguably, I'd say this is probably the greatest game of his season. Of this season. 22 of 28, 278 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks. Just a vintage Andrew Luck performance.
Yep. And guess who got sat? Ryan Fitzpatrick. He got sat. His ass was put on the bench.
He got destroyed and then replaced by Bryce Petty, who was worse. And they're going with Bryce Petty in the last 4 games of the season. He was just dreadful. 11 of 25, 135 yards, a touchdown and 2 picks, even though Fitzpatrick's not much better.
He was beaten, victimized, and conquered by Andrew Luck and the Colts. It's pathetic.
Just a horrendous game. Yeah. Horrendous football team of the Jets.
Yep, and now they officially are eliminated from playoff contention.
81-17 was the combined score between the 2 primetime games.
Yep.
Between Carolina at 7 and the Jets at 10. The Seahawks at 40 and the Colts at 41.
Yep.
Just an absolute thumping by both of those teams.
Yep. If you want,
that's the first time I've seen in a very long time that there's been 40s put up by both teams on prime time.
If you're wondering why the ratings are down, this is why.
Indy and the Jets. Who the hell's going to watch that game?
All right, Oakland and all right, here we go. Time for Week 14.
Arguably, last week's Thursday night game, fantastic. Very good game.
Yep.
This one is going to be better.
Yep.
A key game
Yep.
For the AFC West.
The winner of this will win the AFC West.
Oh, the winner of this definitely will be as the Oakland Raiders travel to Kansas City to face the Chiefs.
Now, Oakland has 2 losses on the season so far, and one of them is against these Chiefs.
They do have the tiebreaker, but Oakland does have one more win
over them. They have a win in hand. So anyway, we're gonna do something we haven't done on the show lately. Roundtable.
Oh, this is the perfect game to do it for.
I haven't done it in a while.
I haven't done. I don't think we've done it in weeks
since probably week 1. I think
yeah,
was the last time.
Because we did the
Cardinals.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So anyway, there we go. So quarterback, Derek Carr or Alex?
14 weeks, I think it's been since we've done that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take Derek Carr. I think this
Carr. Yeah, I think Smith's an average quarterback.
Running backs, Latavius Murray or Spencer Ware?
Latavius Murray's been better.
Better offensive line, Latavius Murray. Receivers and tight ends.
I'm going to go Oakland. I'm going to go to Oakland on
so
this one.
It's 3-0 Oakland. Defense and special teams, Kansas City. That's
Kansas City. That's
no brainer.
Kansas City on that one.
Head coach. I'm going to go
Del Rio in this one.
I'm going to go Andy Reid.
Because I think if Del Rio's not this coach, for this football team, this team is nowhere near where they should be. We're nowhere near where they are right now.
I think that Andy Reid really coaches well in the regular season. Now, playoffs, different story, but in the regular season, he coaches very well. A little bit too close to the chest, but I think this is going to be an absolute chess match.
Oh, this is going to be... It could be potentially a defensive showdown.
Yep.
In that case, it could be an offensive explosion.
In that case, I'll take the better defense. But I will take... in this game, I am going to go with the home team. That's generally what I go with on Thursday night. I go with the home team normally, so I'm going to pick Kansas City to win.
I'm going to go Oakland on this one. I think they have their offense is too tough to stop, even with that great defense.
Yep. All right. Bengals and Bengals.
I'm not picking fucking Cleveland anymore. I'm done with that shit.
I'm done with sabotaging picks.
I'm done. This should be an easy win for the Bengals.
Yep.
The Cleveland Browns don't even have a competent team besides Terrell Pryor.
Denver and Tennessee. I'm going to take...
depends.
I'm going to take the Broncos. Because I think Kansas City's defense is... I mean, sorry, not Kansas City. Tennessee's defense is terrible.
I'm going to go Denver on that, too, because they could potentially have Trevor Siemian back.
Yep. Pittsburgh and Buffalo. I'm going to take... I'm taking the Bills in upset.
I'm going to go Pittsburgh. I think that they'll come back in this one.
Yeah. Arizona and Miami. Arizona. I think Arizona's a better team. I think Miami's gonna.
Yeah, I think Miami's on the downturn now.
Yep, they lost the game.
They've won
their
6 games in a row.
No, they're gonna go back in their shell.
They're gonna go back
like a turtle. They are. The shell is turtle. Known as the Miami Dolphins.
The James Ellsworth.
James Ellsworths. That's what they're called. Washington Redskins
against Philly. Who you got in this one? I have no idea. Honestly, both these things are really bad.
It's a coin flip, but I'm gonna take the Skins on the road.
It's even.
Yeah. Take the Skins on the road.
I'll go
even Vegas doesn't know.
The Redskins are the better team.
Yeah. Houston and Indianapolis. I think Indy redeems itself after that.
Indy redeems itself. I hate Houston. So.
San Diego, Carolina. I'm gonna take
taking the Chargers.
Well, I'm actually gonna pick the Panthers. Because they need to redeem
themselves. I was going to say the Chargers in an upset, but that's not possible because they have a better record. So.
Yeah. Minnesota. Jackson, Minnesota. Sorry. Chicago and Detroit, and it's on the road. I'll take Detroit.
I'm going to take Detroit.
Oh, God.
We really have to... I'm going upset in this one. I think Colin Kaepernick will bounce back in this game. I'm picking the 49ers. Any college side will have a better game.
Give me the Jets. I have faith in Petty.
No faith in the Jets.
Seattle and Green Bay. I'm going to pick the Hawks to win on the road.
I'm going to pick the Seahawks. I mean, they did lose, a top upper echelon player in Earl Thomas, but they have Cam Chancellor. That.
Also,
even though they did lose Earl Thomas, they still have Cam Chancellor.
That Green Bay defense is so bad.
It's
so
go
bad. I can't.
Seattle's just too tough to overcome. Even with that injury, Earl Thomas, I think they still win.
Saints and Bucks.
You're gonna go Bucks on this one.
Tampa's
on a roll right now.
Give me Atlanta on the road in Los Angeles, and
Atlanta on the road in Los Angeles myself too. And this also should be a very good primetime game.
Yep.
Division rivals, division matchup here.
I'm going to take the Giants to win. Because I hate Cowboys. I hate the Dallas Cowboys, but...
Can't believe you're not picking the Cowboys in this one.
How
Give me Dallas, baby!
That's Dallas.
On that Dallas train. Keep on rolling.
Choo-choo.
I'm a Dallas honk.
I'm not the...
I love Zeke and I love Prescott.
I like the players.
I love Des Bryant, too.
I like the players. I can't stand the owner. Can't stand him at all. He's just an arrogant douche.
And...
Baltimore and New England.
I think we got out.
I'm going to go with the Patriots.
Obviously.
That's not because we're not... I still think that the Flacco offense coming up here...
It's going to be tough.
Yeah.
Flacco's got a big arm.
Yep.
So the thing I'm really concerned about is the arm.
The deep threat.
There's the Smith and the Steve Smiths and the legend himself. We're not very good against tight ends either.
No.
So Pitta is a concern, and Mike Wallace's speed could definitely destroy our defense. But either way, the Patriots still win. It's not going to be a blowout.
No.
I think this is probably still going to be a very good primetime game because of the fact that the Ravens are a good football team.
Yep.
No matter how many times we beat up on them.
Yeah.
But it's still going to be a good primetime game to watch as compared to this past week, which was dreadful.
Yeah.
But it's the first Monday night game of the season for the Patriots and
first
the last. There's usually about 2 a season, but we only have 1 this year.
So, subscribe here for the Football Reporters. Watch Wrestling Fortune 44. Subscribe to him.
Subscribe to him, because you know why? Because if you would have watched our content on that channel, you know that we're on this channel too.
We're on the same people.
We combined the shows.
Yep.
We almost got them on the show today, by the way. So,
we almost.
They got cold feet.
Yeah. It's going to do it for us. And enjoy your football, everybody.